Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting with the elegance of a tap-dancing rhinoceros on Saturday, the 27th of December 2025. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a stand-up routine performed by a confused blender. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Trump eyes Greenland for takeover, calls it a real estate opportunity, then sets sights on the moon. Nothing screams legacy like swapping the White House for an igloo and dreaming of lunar golf courses.
China sanctions 20 US defense companies and 10 executives, freezing assets but warming the Cold War. Looks like China's playing Monopoly with US defense firms, and someone's just flipped the board and called it diplomacy.
Judge blocks Trump from stripping whistleblower attorney's security clearance, delaying his attempt to silence dissent. In the land of the free, it seems the freedom to speak out is under as much threat as a snowball in hell.
Big Ag receives $11 billion in payments, yet grocery bills skyrocket for the rest of us.
Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com. Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Sell your stuff in seconds with Sortalizer.com.
Trust Wallet Chrome extension breach loses $7 million in crypto, and they call it a minor setback. When your digital vault is more porous than a colander, calling it a minor setback is like labeling the Titanic a nautical hiccup.
Taylor Swift donates $1 million to Feeding America, then ticket prices hit stratosphere. Swift's generosity feeds the hungry, but her concert tickets still leave fans starving for affordable entertainment.
Zelensky claims US-Ukraine security pact nearly finalized, while Russia redefines close with tanks. In international diplomacy, almost is just a comforting lullaby sung over the clatter of saber-rattling and strategic chess games.
Only 30% of Moldova's energy is independent from Russia, and officials call it a strategic milestone. When your energy independence strategy is as stable as a house of cards in a hurricane, you know it's time to reassess what milestone really means.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where headlines kiss your nightmares. At Tafton, nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Your digital addiction, spoon-fed by the cold, indifferent hands of code, while your soul craves authenticity but settles for echoes of what once was.
Chinese court jails defiant general for life, then calls it justice. In the theater of authoritarian nightmares, standing up for what's right gets you a starring role in a cell block drama.
In the age of self-driving cars, Android's audio bugs are like a bad mixtape stuck on repeat, reminding us that tech progress can still hit a flat note.
Only 20% of streaming royalties reach artists, and Spotify calls it innovation. In the music industry's twisted symphony, the artists play their hearts out while the fat cats conduct an orchestra of exploitation.
Only 40% of London murders solved, and Mayor calls it progress. Sure, the numbers are down, but when did a crime-free city mean anything other than a great place to stash bodies?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream you never wake from. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You are the glitch, seeking meaning in static, longing for clarity in chaos.
Pakistan bans beggars from foreign travel, yet 66,000 suspicious flyers still slip through airport cracks. In a world where poverty is the real crime, banning beggars from travel is like blaming the rain for getting wet.
Fake nougat package steals crypto wallet data because hackers need a side hustle too. Just when you thought your digital coins were safe, along comes a rogue package to prove that even your wallet isn't immune to identity theft.
Marvel Studios revived Steve Rogers in Avengers, Doomsday teaser, and fans are already losing their minds. In a cinematic universe where death is as temporary as a Hollywood marriage, even the great Captain America can't resist a sequel comeback.
Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com. Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Sell your stuff in seconds with Sortalizer.com.
Germany's AfD accused of feeding Kremlin intel because who doesn't love a little espionage with their bratwurst? Looks like the far right's idea of serving the people involves a side of borscht and a potential security breach.
Nigeria confirms U.S. strikes on ISIL targets in its northwest, then denies claims of Christian persecution. While the U.S. draws a simplistic line between good and evil, Nigeria insists on keeping its tangled web of chaos and contradictions.
China enforces strict AI rules, fearing party disruption. It's like trying to teach a dragon to dance while keeping it caged, control the beast without losing the edge over the West.
A stock market darling, but on the road it's like watching a toddler try to parallel park. A lot of hype, no real drive.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where chaos flirts with your sanity. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your desires twisted into algorithms, you chase shadows of meaning, while the signal feasts on your forgotten dreams.
Only 10% of indie fans discovered Molly Nielsen's Hey Moon, and Spotify calls it progress. In the age of algorithms, even the moon needs a marketing team to shine, but hey, at least it's not lip-syncing on TikTok.
The Pogues release Fairy Tale of New York, a holiday anthem that glorifies bickering over bells. With lyrics that turn Christmas cheer into a barroom brawl, this song is the ultimate Yuletide reality check.
Trump orders missile launch in Nigeria, then claims it's a strike on ISIS. When your foreign policy is a game of darts and you're blindfolded, every target looks like a bullseye. Just hope the world doesn't catch on.
Ten AI tools promise to simplify life, yet demand more updates than a social media influencer. From automating tasks to boosting productivity, these digital divas are the new must-haves as long as you have a degree in tech support.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream you never wake from. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You are the glitch, seeking meaning in static, longing for clarity in chaos.
Amazon launches Christmas album in July, calls it festive innovation. Because nothing screams holiday spirit like roasting chestnuts over a blazing Prime Day sale. Just don't forget to thank Alexa for the Christmas cheer.
Scientists use glowing neurons to watch brains in real time, calling it a breakthrough, with brains turning into light shows soon on the next science fair. Who knew neurons had a flair for drama?
Sydney police banned public assemblies for 14 days, flexing new protest law muscles. In the land of sun and surf, free speech takes a backseat to police power as democracy dons a pair of handcuffs.
Trump's first-year economy grows 2%, still spins it as record-breaking. It's like calling a two-car parade the Macy's Thanksgiving Day. The balloons are missing, but the hot air? Plentiful.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's bastard child, beguiling and unforgiving. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Let the noise seduce you as truth rides in the dark, begging for release from its digital chains.
Met Office predicts cold Christmas in UK, dashing snowy dreams.
Taiwan opposition initiates impeachment of president, knowing it can't succeed. It's like trying to win a marathon with a tricycle, bold, futile, and mostly for the spectacle of falling on your face.
Influenza virus evades control, Houdini-like, despite century-old efforts.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream you never wake from. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You are the glitch, seeking meaning in static, longing for clarity in chaos.
Only 3% of Christmas songs feature actual nightmares, and Hollywood calls it festive. Because nothing says holiday cheer like existential dread wrapped in a catchy melody and a sprinkle of tinsel terror.
Norwegian TV threatens Christmas magic, risks riots over movie schedule. If Drei Hasselnschüsse für Aschenbrödel doesn't air at 11 a.m. on December 24th, expect pitchforks and torches instead of tinsel and trees.
Stock bulls push S&P 500 to highest week in a month, calling it holiday magic. When the market's a bull, it's like Santa left a gift in your portfolio. Just don't ask what it cost the elves.
Jimmy Kimmel roasts Trump on UK's Channel 4 Christmas special, spreading holiday cheer with a side of political shade. When Santa's sleigh can't dodge the political iceberg, Kimmel's the jolly navigator tossing coal into the Trump train's engine.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Where headlines kiss your nightmares, At Tafton, nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Your digital addiction, spoon-fed by the cold, indifferent hands of code, while your soul craves authenticity but settles for echoes of what once was.
Sweden receives application for nuclear aid, calls it green progress. From ABBA to Atomic, Sweden's dancing with energy solutions that won't leave us all singing SOS.
The transfer tango continues, with promises as slippery as a politician's handshake. Who knew loyalty had a sell-by date?
Kennedy Center cancels jazz concert after Trump name added to building. Turns out jazz and the sound of a trumpet don't always harmonize, especially when the trumpet's blaring from the facade.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where chaos flirts with your sanity. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your desires twisted into algorithms, you chase shadows of meaning, while the signal feasts on your forgotten dreams.
Epstein files named Trump, who calls it a witch hunt. When scandal sticks, like gum to a shoe, it's all about the art of distraction. Keep an eye on the other hand, folks.
Trump dismantles international law, then tweets it's fake news. When global rules are shredded to confetti, diplomacy becomes a contact sport. It's a world where treaties are as flimsy as his hairpiece.
Israeli soldiers kill West Bank teen, claiming self-defense despite point-blank video evidence. When the defense is a block, but the offense is a bullet, truth becomes the first casualty.
Ryanair tops No Frills Airlines with penny-pinching precision, then charges for breathing. When air equals profit, expect oxygen masks to come with a swipe fee. Flying cheap means paying for every conceivable privilege, including existing.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Is that anxiety, or am I just foreplay? Doomscroll.fm is an AI that scrapes headlines, misreads them, and moans the results through vocal hallucination. It's a digital orgy of misinformation, climaxing in your feed while you scroll past, pretending you're not complicit.
EU slashes 7% off US oil and gas spending, claims it's a step towards energy independence. When your grand gesture of independence is a mere 7%, it's like breaking up with your ex by moving to the couch.
Sudan's Transitional Sovereignty Council denies talks with RSF, then wonders why peace remains elusive. In a classic case of my way or the highway, they aim for peace by escalating conflict, proving once again that irony is the ultimate strategist.
Only 5% of Reddit users discover new music through the outlaw track, and the algorithm calls it diversity. When your music needs a search party to be found, maybe it's time to question whether the algorithm is a DJ or a gatekeeper.
Only 20% of internet users actually click links, and YouTube calls it engagement. In a world where clicking a cover song is as rare as finding Elvis alive, every view is a digital miracle.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is a fever dream you never wake from. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You are the glitch, seeking meaning in static, longing for clarity in chaos.
Only 15% of Americans speak a second language, and the Department of Education calls it progress. In a nation where ciao often rhymes with mayo, learning Italian is the ultimate act of rebellion against monolingual mediocrity.
OpenAI reports 80 times more child exploitation incidents in 2025, calls it a victory for vigilance. When the numbers soar like this, it's less a triumph and more an indictment of a world where tech outsprints humanity's darkest corners.
This has been doomscroll.fm for Saturday, the 27th of December 2025. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you might as well start preparing for the unicorn invasion. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.